credentials.
I'll send you the clip.
Why is this kind of post technique so effective?
Well, it wasn't effective for me, but again, I'm not Michael Jordan. I was the one that actually used my ass and hips to get my post position. But with Jordan, it's all about a feel. Some people would think it was swag, but I want you to take a look at this clip. First of all, Dan Marley is cooked, okay? Thunder Dan is cooked already. He's scared because if he was down in the right position, ready to defend and had a base like this, or a little lower, then I would say he's ready to defend. What Jordan is doing now is that he's having a feel to see which way which shoulder can I turn off or turn around on and shoot the jump shot. And once he saw that I could get over my left shoulder and I could pull up, raise up under him because he's off balance, that's why you seen Thunder Dan Marley, he wasn't able to even get up and contest the shot. That's why a lot of players that's elite, offensive players, they use the back instead of the behind.
What about unlock there for Ant if you use the back instead of the behind?
Girl, I know we relate on this. All I saw in that is all that core strength to maintain your balance.
Yeah.
But I think, too, when you, and Perk, you know this, like the whole thing is, and you said it, MJ is feeling out where the defender is, right? But to be able to lean with your back as opposed to your bottom half, if Ant or MJ, as we've seen, want to turn around face up, like you have more options in that. And I think to me, if Ant really adds this to his game, Malika, oh my goodness. Like it's just so hard to stop because of his explosiveness and athleticism.
And this really, the internet went crazy when they heard this. We had heard that Anthony Edwards was taking tips from Michael Jordan, but this specific skill set, it's going to be really interesting to see it translate to the floor. Not everybody had a story about talking to Michael Jordan this summer, but yesterday's media day, it had a ton of great moments. So we thought we'd put y'all on the clock. So Monica Perk, I'm going to ask you a question. Y'all have 24 seconds to give your answers. Shall we begin with Giannis Antetokounmpo? Because he had to teleconference into Bucks Media Day. He was in Greece. He had COVID. He did, though, have a lot to say about everything with the Bucks, including confirming reports he considered his options this summer. He also said he didn't remember a conversation with Bucks owner Wes Edens about his long-term future with Milwaukee. So, Perk, 24 seconds on the clock. What do you make of this?
What I make of it is I actually love it because Giannis continues to put pressure on the Milwaukee Bucks to surround him with the pieces that he needs to go compete with a title. It's okay for him to say things, and I love that he say things to make them uncomfortable. But I do believe that Giannis will be in a Bucks uniform because didn't they just sign his brother Thanasis? Right? Isn't he signed? So Giannis will be there.
Next up, the status of Jonathan Kuminga. It was all the talk in the Bay. Here's what the Warriors had to say.
Yeah, he'll be committed when he gets here. I just know from man to man, he doesn't want to have to be in the way of anything. So let that situation play out. He can speak for himself.
I know what that is like. You know, I've been in this league going on 15 years now, and it will get handled. And I know that both sides will be happy in the end. But, you know, we all love JK. We all want JK to be happy. We all want this organization to be happy. So we're going to let JK and his organization figure it out.
Monica, how confident are you this situation will be resolved?
Listen, it's interesting to hear from Jimmy Butler, who has been in some situations over the course of his career. Now, here's my wrinkle. I'm not 100% sure what the market is for Jonathan Kuminga, but I feel like this, I think is going to be a breakup ultimately, has been sort of out in the atmosphere for the better part of the last 2 seasons. I'm not feeling good about this getting resolved, Malika.
I think it's going to get resolved in the short term for the start of training camp. Long term, that's what remains to be seen. Hey, why don't we go to Houston? Steven Adams reunited with Kevin Durant.
Oh, he was cool, bro. Yeah, just solid dude, good teammate. You know what I mean? He wasn't a dick or anything. Like he was a good man, bro.
Steven Adams. Perk, you played with both of these guys. What kind of teammate is KD?
Oh, a great teammate. And look, he's a great leader at that when he wants to be. When Russell Westbrook went out, I saw Kevin Durant leadership go through the roof. So it's a reason that I call him out every now and then about his leadership because I know he could do it. He's a gym rat. He works hard and he encourages his teammate every single night to go do the best that they can.
And it was fascinating. He said he's going to sign an extension with Houston.
I saw that.
And then there's Nikola Jokic. Here's how he sees his career playing out.
My plan is to beat Nuggets forever, so that's my answer.
gotta love Jokic. Another title, though. He's gonna be a Nugget forever. Is he gonna win another title there, Monica?
I do think he'll win another title, and I think he's got a good chance to be a Nugget forever. In an era of guys moving around and whatever they got to do, and I get it, I respect it. But to me, if you're Denver, don't mess this up. He clearly loves basketball. He tolerates all of us harassing him about basketball because we love his game, and then wants to go to his home country and kick it with his horses. So don't mess this up. Let him be a Nugget forever.
Just wants to kick it with horses. Girl, I can relate. Hey, still to come on NBA. He was playing through an MCL sprain in the Lakers elimination game in Minnesota. That was the first round of the playoffs, right? Our Dave McMenamin, he covers the Lakers for us. He spoke to LeBron on Monday. Dave, what is the latest on LeBron James' health?
Malika, LeBron told me that he's not where he wants to be at this stage of the preseason. Now, he said, of course, that he has time to get there. But really, this is something that the Lakers are monitoring and LeBron's monitoring. And we discussed his ramp-up plan yesterday at Media Day.
How do you feel coming into the challenge of 82 games plus a hopeful playoff run?
Yeah, for sure. That's always the challenge. You know, how can I get my body close to 100%? Obviously, coming off the MCL sprain of last year, obviously, you know, the foot is kind of giving me a little problems from time to time throughout the course of the last few seasons. So that's always the challenge of seeing how I can get my body, you know, as close to 100% where I can go out and perform at a high level. So a lot of miles on my game. I've, you know, trained, you know, throughout the course of the offseason. But just my presence is going to be important as well. You know, making sure that even if I'm not on the floor, just I'm always in tune to what we're doing, so I know what's going on at all times. So, you know, just looking forward to that.
LeBron told me that it remains to be seen how much he'll participate in training camp and in the preseason. I'm told that the plan going into the Lakers' first practice today is that LeBron would be a limited participant on the court, maybe only be involved in some light shooting, but certainly be here and be present. As for the preseason, the Lakers have 6 preseason games. He only played in 3 last year, and I was told that maybe he overdid it last year leading into the beginning of the season when he wore out come December. And so I'm told that LeBron's camp has spoken to the Lakers, and they said, let's be overly cautious with LeBron because we want to be looking at the long view here. If this team's going to be contending for a championship, we need LeBron in his best shape from April through June.
All right, and maybe that looks like not going full court press here in the preseason. Dave McMenamin, thank you very much. I want to welcome in